Kumusta? I'm Avard Joseph and welcome to News and Worthy Recap Weekly Edition
Number 163.
We have thoughts covered since last week, so skip the chances provided if it piques your interest and subscribe to the channel kasi wala namang masama, di ba? And let's get on with the video. What do you get when you threaten the president, the first lady, and the House Speaker?
Huwag kang mag-alala, ma'am, sa security ko. Kasi may kinausap na ako na tao. Sinabi ko sa kanya, kapag pinatay ako, patayin mo si BBM, si Lisa Araneta, at si Martin Romales. No joke. No joke. Nagbilin na ako, ma'am. Pag namatay ako, sabi ko, huwag ka tumigil hanggang hindi mo mapatay sila. And then he said yes.
In a fit of rage kasi nakulong yung aide mo.
Putang ina ninyong lahat. Martin Romualdez, Lisa Marcos, Bongbong Marcos.
The chair declares the sufficiency in substance of Zabala et al. Impeachment complaint. So ruled. The chair declares the Cabrera impeachment complaint sufficient in substance. So ruled.
No sino nga naman ang sira sa ulo na panonoorin yung buong impeachment trial ni VP Sara na umaabot ng ilang oras over the course of 3 days every week for apparently 30 weeks o lagpas kalahating taon. By the way, ang ibig sabihin niyan, malala ang Senado for 30 weeks para lang sa impeachment.
Now itong trial na ito started quite hot dahil mag-uumpisa pa lang ang trial, may question agad sa constitutionality ng ihalal ng mayorya si Senador Chis Escudero bilang presiding officer ng impeachment court instead of Senate President Win Gatchalian.
When you object, you're allowed to explain your objection and state
Senator
your
Lacson
objection.
is recognized. Motion of Senator Lacson electing Senator Chis Escudero as the presiding officer. Please raise your hand. The official count is 12 in favor, 8 against. The majority, those who are in favor, has it.
So, President,
The court resolves to elect Senator Chis Escudero as presiding officer of the impeachment court. The duly elected presiding officer shall, under the same oath taken on May 18, 2026, immediately assume and exercise all powers, functions, duties, and prerogatives pertaining to or vested in a person presiding over the impeachment trial under the rules of procedure on impeachment trials, as amended, and shall give full effect to the powers inherent to the courts under Rule 135, Section 5 of the Rules of the Court.
No matagal na itong pinag-uusapan, starting when Tito Soto was the SP, kung saan tinitig ng gawing impeachment court manager si Senador at lawyer Kiko Pangilinan dahil hindi raw abogado si Tito Soto and mas gamay ni Kiko Pangilinan ang mga court proceedings.
So something na dapat paghandaan po ni SP Soto as presiding officer.
Yeah. We're planning to, kasi si Senator Zubiri, majority leader, hindi rin lawyer. So we're planning to appoint an impeachment manager. Tingnan namin si Senator Kiko para lawyer. Total, BFF din naman siya ni Senator Marcoleta. Not in the same degree, not in the same category. Pero BFF din naman sila eh.
as impeachment.
Hindi, parang siya yung, alam ba, may mga question of law na pwedeng interpret. Kasi kailan kabisado mo yung rules of court, di ba? So, although, ang mananaig dito, yung rules of impeachment. Suppletory yung rules of court. So, mas mainam na yung merong lawyer do sa, si SP hindi rin lawyer, nagka-crash course nga siya. Pero mas mainam na yung lawyer na sanay sa trial. Oh.
Pero to probably appease the 8 senators as a bonus, Escudero explicitly stated na hindi magbabago ang 2/3 majority of 16 senators na kinakailangan para makonvict at tuluyang ma-impeach si VP Sara. That is despite the fact na si Bato nagtatago, si Jinggoy at si Marcoleta nagkakaso ng plunder.
On the first issue, the Constitution provides that no person shall be convicted without the concurrence of 2/3 of all the members of the Senate. With 24 members of the Senate, a literal interpretation of this means that conviction requires the affirmative vote of at least 16 senator judges. This literal interpretation finds direct support in the 2000 case of Bayan versus Zamora, which concerned the Senate's compliance with the 2/3 vote required to concur in a treaty. Despite having only 23 incumbent senators at that time, then Senator Gloria Macapagal Arroyo was elected as Vice President. Therefore, there were only 23 senators.
No, kung gusto niyo raw, isumbong-sumbong kay bonggang-bongbong. Iapela nyo sa Supreme Court, wag sa akin. That way, meron na silang end-all be-all sa mga katanungan tungkol sa technicalities.
This is the prevailing law today, and whether we agree with it or not, we must abide by it. However, those who disagree are not without recourse, because this is without prejudice to the right of any party who holds a different view to seek judicial relief. And should the Supreme Court, who possesses the sole authority to interpret the Constitution, by virtue of its power of judicial review, render a different ruling on this question other than what the chair has stated, this court and this representation shall faithfully abide by that ruling of the Supreme Court.
Now, walang masyado nangyari noong day 1 kaya pinapahaba ko na lang. Buti na lang nandito yung FTTM kasi hindi ko masyado nasubaybayan yung day 1 ng impeachment trial. Hindi nagpakita si VP Sara sa unang araw ng kanyang trial. I mean, are we really surprised? Not pa man, hindi na talaga umaattend ng trial si VP Sara sa mga hearing niya. Paano na lang kaya kung impeachment talaga?
Lahat po tayo makakabenepisyo sa proseso ng pananagutan na ito. Si VP Sara, ito po yung opportunity niya para ilahad yung depensa niya to clear her name. Yung mga supporters niya, ito po rin yung opportunity para malaman yung katotohanan, mawala yung confusion, at lahat ng taong bayan para makuha yung sagot na matagal na nating tinatanong. So I think for us, this is an opportunity for the truth. So dapat umantabay tayong lahat. Hindi siya pigilan, pakinggan ng ebidensya, at syempre, namnamin ng kritikal kung ano ibig sabihin.
And to be honest, it's not quite a knock on her yet. Dahil natatandaan natin na 92 days ang impeachment trial. At saka si Erap nga hindi naman humarap nung unang araw nang inimpeach siya. Ang umattend lang sa impeachment trial niya ay si Chief Justice Corona noong January 16, 2012, noong unang araw. Kaso nga lang, itong si Sara nasa Senate para makapag-meeting sa mga lawyer niya or defense counsel. Ang problema lang, imbes na dumiretso sa trial, nagpa-presscon lang nung day 2.
Yes, so my statement is, in this bloodbath and bludgeoning, I will be blooded but unbowed. Maraming salamat.
Ma'am, kamusta kayo, ma'am? Galit siya, kamusta kayo, ma'am? Anong comment nyo na, optics? Ma'am?
Isa pa sa mga masterful strategies ng panig ni VP Sara ay yung objection on every term to further delay the freaking trial. And to be honest, that's actually quite standard. Siguro ang nakakatawa lang is that this is quite a public trial. And therefore, maiinis ang tao sa ganyang constitutionality technicality mumbo-jumbo na pinagsasabi ng kanyang mga defense counsel.
Mr. Witness, you said that your office conducted an investigation on the statement made by the Vice President dated November 23, 2024, correct?
Objection, Your Honor.
Leadings.
Your Honor, he's not on direct.
Overruled. Witness may answer.
November 23, 2024.
Objection, Your Honor.
Well, I'm not yet done.
Well, Your Honor, the pauses of the prosecution are very confusing.
Kindly let the counsel for the prosecutors finish his question
Precisely,
before
Your
you
Honor.
object.
May I
Counsel
ask
for the prosecutor
also
may proceed.
May I ask, instead of this, Your Honor, may I ask that the Honorable Court direct the witness to allow me to object before answering? Because
No.
precisely the questioning of the prosecutor
Okay, what?
is there are many pauses, which it's confusing if he's done or not.
Counsel, witness even on occasion forgot what the question was because he did not respond to the question of the prosecutor.
Yes, Your Honor. So I just
Court will make sure of that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So kindly finish your question
Yes,
if you want
so-
to state it again, counsel for the prosecutors.
Maybe it's the tone. No? I'll be quick. What particular statements of the Vice President on that day did you investigate?
Objection, Your
Oh.
Honor. Vague.
Please.
Take counsel for respondent. A bit of patience. Let the counsel
Yes.
finish. I don't think he's finished.
The question is done. What particular statement on that day did you investigate? How is that leading?
Objection, Your Honor. Vague.
Okay,
Not
Your Honor.
leading.
Your Honor, please. Can
I
I
didn't
address
say
to that,
leading.
Your Honor, please? Can I?
What was
Whether-
counsel? What's the basis of the objection?
Vague.
All right. I will
It's a
indulge.
2 hour
Your Honor, please.
36
I will
26
indulge,
minute
Your Honor,
video, Your
please.
Honor.
I will indulge. I will add these two phrases. It will never be. That. Now, Mr. Witness, what statements did the Vice President utter on that day, if any?
Your Honor,
Whoa.
same objection. There's a
Your Honor,
2 hour 26 minute. What?
Let the
does he
witness
mean?
answer.
Nalaman din natin na si Senador Alan Peter Cayetano graduate pala mula Ateneo. Samantalang si Senator Pia Cayetano, UP Law, nagtapos.
To rebut for 2 minutes, and then we will make the final ruling.
Before I rebut, I'm from Ateneo Law School. And what they taught us there is that you look at the records of the Constitutional Commission. And then, pag klaro, klaro. But let's call someone from UP Law to see whether they were taught the same thing. Senator Pia, may I ask that Senator Pia be
We
recognized
recognize the
before I
gentle
get my
lady
2
from
minutes?
Taguig, Senator Pia Cayetano.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Pero hindi lang sila ang sinabi ang kanilang pinag-aralan dahil pati si Robin Padilla nakisapaw dahil ang mga naman nag-aral siya ng criminology sa UP, University of Prison.
Nasabi na po sa English ito. Mainam po ay sabihin po natin sa Tagalog upang mas maintindihan po ng ating mga kababayan. Humingi po ako ng tulong sa Google kasi legal terms po ito. Hindi naman po ako nagtapos sa UP, hindi rin po ako nagtapos sa Ateneo, nagtapos po ako ng criminology at UP rin sa University of Prison. Ang sabi po dito,
Binanggit nila iyon dahil sa kanilang oposisyon sa pagkakahalal ni Cheese Escudero as presiding officer despite the fact na hindi naman nakalagay expressly sa konstitusyon na Senate President lang ang magpe-preside. Although, Pia Cayetano and Alan Peter Cayetano actually cited a conversation on the briefs, yung mga nangyari at yung mga pinag-usapan when discussing the Constitution and of course its adoption. Pero still, the Constitution only provides for a presiding officer kung presidente ang ini-impeach. Sabi nga ni Tito Soto. Kumbaga, ang sinasabi ni Tito Soto, kung hindi sinabi yon expressly sa Supreme Court na only the Senate President can preside on such matters, then it is all fair game. Or at least, ayon ang interpretasyon ni Tito Soto.
Constitution is silent regarding presiding officer of Senate impeachment. However, the Constitution expressly provides that the Chief Justice will preside if President is on trial. O ngayon, yung mga graduate ng Ateneo at saka ng mga UP, ito ngayon yung legal maxim. Expressio unius et exclusio alterius. In other words, the express mention of one thing is the exclusion of another. Palagay ko, naintindihan nyo lahat ngayon.
Cayetano also asked kung pwedeng tanungin ng Senado ang Sandigan Bayan kung pwede ipa-attend ng trial sina Jinggoy at Marcoleta na nakulong over plunder charges. Yung isa sa flood control, yung isa sa SOSE misdeclaration and apparently plunder kasi nga, again, parang bribery dahil nakakuha siya ng 75 million nung siya pa ay isang congressman without declaring it.
Senator Cayetano is recognized. What is your pleasure, sir?
Presiding Senator Judge. Since we already stated as a court that we will take literally Section 3, subparagraph 6 of Article 11 of the 1987 Constitution that no person shall be convicted without the concurrence of 2/3 of all members of the Senate, may I ask the members of this court through the presiding justice to consider, not today, I have a proposal, but not today, but to consider communication with the Sandigan Bayan for the attendance of Senator Dante Marcoleta and Senator Jinggoy Estrada, considering that the presiding officer may correct me if I'm wrong, but if we get to Section 21, as discussed a while ago by the defense, the prosecution and defense, and we do not know what will happen. Their case may be dismissed. They can be out on bail. So we want them to be able to participate and observe the witnesses as senator judges here.
Pero, let's be clear. Kung ano ba talaga yung nangyari? Ano ba talaga yung depensa? Kumbaga, kung ano yung argumento ng team ni VP Sara. Simple lang naman kasi siya. At least so far, na hindi the fact na hindi threat ang sinabi niya kay Marcos. Na deepfake o AI yon. Hindi nila dinidispute yon, or at the very least, not yet. Ang sinabi lang nila, selective ang investigation ng NBI dahil katulad nga ng sinabi ni VP Sara, may threat daw talaga sa kanyang buhay. Pero hindi ito inimbestigahan, with which Kalilong actually respond quite well.
Sir, my question is this. Is the NBI, the National Bureau of Investigation, under a bureau under the Department of Justice?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And, sir, the President has control over all executive departments, correct?
I believe so, sir.
The DOJ is one of those executive departments, correct?
Yes, sir.
And the current President is Ferdinand Marcos Jr., correct?
We agree to that. That's judicial notice.
Your Honor, please. Yes
There's
or no?
no other president. We
Oh,
only
he
have one
answered already, Your Honor.
president.
Already asked and answered.
The head of the executive branch is President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., correct?
Yes, sir.
The very same Ferdinand Marcos Jr., who you said was an offended party in the case against Vice President Duterte.
Yes, sir.
So, in other words, the NBI investigated and filed the complaint. The DOJ directed the investigation and will determine whether the case should proceed to court. And the alleged offended party, President Marcos, is the constitutional head of the executive branch
Objection.
exercising control over both the DOJ and the NBI. I
Your Honor,
withdraw, Your
objection
Honor. I
to that.
withdraw. I withdraw, Your Honor.
The ground is.
I withdraw.
Your Honor. It's even more compound question asking several
Withdraw,
subject
Your Honor.
matters.
Withdraw.
Counsel, move on.
Ang nakakatawa lang, tinanong nitong, I forgot his name, counsel for Duterte, did you really investigate it? Tapos biglang nag-withdraw. Kasi alam niyang it is out of line. Yung question niya is out of line. Argumentative at best. Tapos, nung sinabi motu proprio, sabi niya, do you really know what you just said? Which is, again, argumentative, belittling the witness, which is, a senior agent ng NBI. So, I'd assume he would know. Pero of course, marami pang nangyari and I will not claim to be objective sa mga sinasabi ko dito sa video. Pero wala naman kayong magagawa. Di kayong gumawa ng video. Pero at least, have the courtesy to actually report what has happened.
The supposed offended parties in this case would be President Bongbong Marcos, the First Lady Lisa Marcos, the former Speaker of the House Martin Romualdez.
Yes, sir.
Did President Marcos appear before the NBI during its investigation?
No, sir.
My question is, if you know, did the President file any criminal complaint against the Vice President?
I have no personal knowledge, sir.
Did you really investigate this case?
Oh, Your Honor,
Withdrawn, Your Honor.
argumentative,
Withdrawn.
Your Honor, please.
Withdrawn.
Did you really investigate this?
Now let's discuss the nature of the investigation you conducted. You claimed in your affidavit, sir, affidavit of investigation, that the NBI began its investigation into the VP's remarks because it was directed by the DOJ to do so.
Motu proprio and directed, sir.
Okay. Do you understand what you just said, sir?
Oh,
yes, sir.
Oh. Can I
I'm
object to that,
asking,
Your
sir.
Honor, please?
I'm asking, sir, it makes sense, Your Honor.
Argumentative, counsel, move on.
Mutu proprio, sir, means...
Oh, no, objection. You cannot lecture, counsel. This is
Sir, what does
cross-examination.
you mentioned mutu proprio. What does it mean?
Even without a complainant, we started the investigation, sir.
Are you sure, sir?
Oh, argumentative. Are you sure, sir?
Move on,
Are
counsel.
you sure, sir?
How...
What do you get when you threaten the President, the First Lady, and the House Speaker?
Huwag kang mag-alala, ma'am, sa security ko. Kasi may kinausap na ako na tao. Sinabi ko sa kanya, kapag pinatay ako, patayin mo si BBM, si Lisa Araneta, at si Martin Romualdez. No joke. No joke. Nagbilin na ako, ma'am. Pag namatay ako, sabi ko, huwag ka tumigil hanggang hindi mo mapatay sila. And then he said yes.
In a fit of rage kasi nakulong yung aide mo.
Ang ina ninyong lahat. Martin Romualdez, Lisa Marcos, Bongbong Marcos.
The chair declares the sufficiency in substance of Sabala et al. Impeachment complaint. So ruled. The chair declares the Cabrera impeachment complaint sufficient in substance. So ruled.
No, sino nga naman ang sira sa ulo na panunuorin yung buong impeachment trial ni VP Sara na umaabot ng ilang oras over the course of 3 days every week for apparently 30 weeks o lagpas kalahating taon. By the way, ang ibig sabihin niyan, malalak ang Senado for 30 weeks para lang sa impeachment.
No, sa pangalawang araw ng impeachment talaga nag-init ang lahat dahil tumagal ito na mahigit 4 na oras at of course, apakaraming nangyari. Well, bago tayo pumasok sa impeachment, kahit na inisnab ni VP Sara ang summons ng impeachment court at pumunta pa siya sa Senado during that time.
Yes, so my statement is, in this bloodbath and bludgeoning, I will be blooded but unbowed. Maraming salamat.
Ma'am, kamusta kayo, ma'am? Galit siya, kamusta kayo, ma'am? Anong comment nyo na optics? Ma'am?
Binisita niya rin si Senador Rodante Marcoleta na kinasuhan at inaresto on plunder charges at ngayon may VIP treatment, hospital arrest tulad ni Bonoan. Talagang hindi natin alam kung anong nangyayari dito. Tapos si Bonoan gusto pang gawing state witness. What kind of fuckery is this? And this is one of the few things that I disagree with Ombudsman Remulla. Pero balik tayo. Day 2. Big day. Dahil pati ako na-impress dito sa prosecution panel sa pangunguna ni Attorney Virgil Ligutan na talagang smooth at suabe ang boses. At dating after being presented by Representative Defensor to conduct witness examination para sa ika-4 na articles of impeachment.
Your Honors, mga kababayan, the testimony of the first witness for the prosecution, NBI Senior Agent John Mark Santa Ana Calilog, is offered to prove the following. Number 1, si Agent John Mark Calilog ay isang senior agent of the National Bureau of Investigation. Number 2, he is well-trained and experienced in the field of digital forensic examination, having undergone extensive training in the field, making him competent in identifying, preserving, collecting, and authenticating digital evidence. Pangatlo, si Agent Calilog ay bahagi ng NBI Cybercrime Division Team na inatasang mag-imbestiga sa mga pahayag at pagbabanta ng Vice Presidente laban sa Pangulo ng Pilipinas, unang ginang at dating Speaker ng House of Representatives sa isang online media briefing noong Nobyembre 23, taong 2024, pang-4. Partikular na sinabi sa publiko ng Vice Presidente na may kinontrata na siyang tao na papatay sa Pangulo, unang ginang at former Speaker ng House of Representatives. Number 5, the public statements and threats of the Vice President were publicly live-streamed and captured on video. Number 6, Agent Calilog is a designated agent on case for the investigation. Number 7, as agents on case, Agent Calilog personally conducted and participated in the cybercrime and open source investigation relating to the subject video and related digital recordings.
Kasi nung una pa lang, gusto nang ipatanggal sa record yung statement ni Representative Prosecutor Defensor as they present the most obvious and probably impeachable offense. Yung alleged grave threats ni VP Sara kina Presidente Bongbong Marcos, First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos at former House Speaker Martin Romualdez.
At ito ay nakatatak na sa kasaysayan ng ating bansa bilang unang pagkakataon na ang isang Vice Presidente ay nakipagkontrata sa isang mamamatay tao upang patayin no less than the President of the Republic of the Philippines. Panglima.
Your Honor, may I object. Is this a speech or an offer?
Your Honor, please, with all due respect to counsel,
For the prosecutor may proceed.
it should not be a
May I register my continuing
There's
objection?
no proper ground. This is offer of testimony. Please hold your horses.
The Honorable Defensor is recognized. You may proceed, sir.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. Honorable Senator Judges, noong 22 ng Hunyo 2026, nagulat at nagdalamhati ang buong bansa sa pamamaril sa isang paaralan.
Sorry, excuse me.
Your Honor, may I be allowed to finish my manifestation? I will not disrespect and interrupt the defense counsel
Yes, but before
once he
that,
has started.
This is no disrespect, sir.
Counsel for respondent is recognized.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, this is improper. The improper for trial. Manifestation. This is not a manifestation proper for court procedure. This is instead them telling a story. This is a narration by the prosecution, which is not allowed. This is not allowed by any rule in any court. So what,
May I be allowed
what is
to reply?
proper is that they present their first witness, and
We will
are
be
ready.
presenting our witness, Your Honor. However, please allow us to freely advocate our position.
That's why, Your Honor,
including
we
the
are
defense
objecting.
when it's their turn. We will not
Counsel
object to the
respondent,
same.
kindly let him finish.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you
to
so
respond
much,
to you.
Your Honor.
To respond to you. Yes, you were saying.
Thank you, Honorable Senator Judges.
Ipinakilala nila ang unang testigo, si NBI Senior Agent John Mark Calilong, na nag-secure at nag-save ng kopya ng livestream ni Harry Roque sa Facebook using OBS for that fateful November night press conference. And kung isipin nyo, ayun lang ba talagang ginawa nila? Well, yes. Ayun lang ang ginawa nila. Kumbaga, ang gusto lang nilang sabihin, or at the very least, yung defense at yung prosecution, ito lang ang gusto nilang linawin. Siya ba talaga ang nag-request? Original ba at wala bang nagbago doon sa sinubmit niyang video that allegedly included the grave threats na sinabi ni VP Sara kay Presidente Bongbong Marcos, First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos at former House Speaker Martin Romualdez. Isama mo pa yung iba niyang mga press conference and the fact na alam naman natin na sinabi niya yun and there's no stopping it kasi merong corroborative na instances where nilinaw ni VP Sara and she did not deny that she said all of those stuff. So, can't we just move past it?
Huwag kang mag-alala, ma'am, sa security ko. Kasi may kinausap na ako na tao. Sinabi ko sa kanya, kapag pinatay ako, patayin mo si BBM, si Liza Araneta, at si Martin Romualdez. No joke. No joke. Nagbilin na ako, ma'am. Pag namatay ako, sabi ko, huwag ka tumigil hanggang hindi mo mapatay sila. And then he said yes.
Me, another person warned me, and then I was asked during a press briefing by a media person if I know of these plans, if you can say the word, if that is the correct word to use here, plans. So I answered, I was asked Romanov, and then I answered, I was told by two people, this is the first time I've heard of Romanov, so that is the third already. And I said, don't worry about my security. If they kill me, if I die, kapag pinatay ako, or kapag namatay ako, in the context of don't worry about my security. So this means pinatay ka. Diba? Kasi hindi ka naman mamamatay by heart attack in relation to your security. Diba? So, pag namatay ako, I already asked a person to take revenge against 3 individuals.
Gusto ko tanggalin yung ulo niya ba? I realized
Is that it?
cutting his head. Gusto ko, ganun din ang gusto ko.
To elaborate po.
Hindi marunong maging presidente ang nakaupo. Kasalanan ko ba yun? Hindi. Ba't sinasabi ng mga tao, kasalanan mo kasi hindi ka tumakbo, ikaw sana yung presidente, hindi siya. But then I said, maaga ako nagsabi na hindi ako tatakbo for president. May madaming mga...
Okay. Now, what about from timestamps 1 hour 11 seconds? 1 hour 11 minutes 28 seconds to 1 hour 11 minutes 42 seconds.
Hindi ko alam. Pero isang beses sinabihan ko talaga si Senator Amy. Sabi ko sa kanya, kung hindi kayo tumigil, huhukayin ko yung tatay ninyo. Itatapon ko siya sa West Philippine Sea. Sinabihan ko si Senator Amy. Ano? Ay, hindi. Hindi ko na gusto. Kung presidente nyo siya, okay lang. Ako, hanggang vice president lang ako. Hanggang number 2 lang itong bansa na ito. Wala itong number 1 para sa akin. Yet.
Okay. May proceed.
Record, Senator Judge Soto, apologies from the presiding
Thank you.
officer.
I did not get the exact words that were uttered during the last statement.
Will the witness kindly repeat his answer to the last question propounded by counsel for the prosecutors?
Yes, Your Honor. Hindi ko alam. Pero isang beses, sinabihan ko talaga si Senator Amy. Sabi ko sa kanya, kung hindi kayo tumigil, huhukayin ko yung tatay nyo, itatapon ko siya sa West Philippine Sea.
Huhukayin. May proceed, Your Honor, please.
Ang malupit lang talaga dito at yung pinakatumatak sa isip ng tao ay nung sinabing a photocopy or a duplicate is as good as the original as far as evidentiary procedures goes.
Your Honor, we note that the Exhibit P-I-IU-8 is not an original or certified true copy, and we object to the introduction of this and the identification of this.
What does counsel for the prosecution say?
Again, I reiterate, if it is a printout of an electronic document, the rules are clear, that is an original, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if you look at it, there's on the bottom left-hand portion, there is a marked certified true copy. This certified true copy would not have appeared in any correspondence with noreply@records.facebook.com. So it is not a printout, it's not an original, would not reflect what accurately was printed out or appeared on the screen.
2
What
points.
does counsel for the prosecutor say?
2 points, Your Honor, please. Settled now, 2019, assuming that the counsel is correct. Photocopy now is considered as an original, Your Honor, please. And number 2, Your Honor, please. With all due respect, presentation of evidence, objection to the admissibility of object and documentary evidence happens when the documents are formally offered in evidence. We are just in the process, Your Honor, please, of presenting this evidence. So therefore, the defense may object thereto when we formally offer the exhibit, Your Honor, and that's not happening yet.
Your Honor,
As the last point, counsel for respondent,
Thank you,
before
Your
the chair makes a ruling.
Your Honor, true that photocopies
are now considered originals. However, the photocopy must be an accurate and exact reproduction of that original or that printout. This, Your Honor, may I read it for the record? The bottom left-hand copy, it says certified true copy, NBI-cybercrime, signed Safira T, date 4/10/26. Is counsel for the prosecution telling us now that this marking came from Meta, the email of Meta, of Facebook?
Kindly respond, counsel, before the chair makes a ruling. I'm interested to hear your response as well.
I'm so sorry. Could you repeat the question, please?
It was rhetorical, Your Honor. He need not answer.
He was basically questioning the fact that if it indeed came from Meta and is a computer printout, why the need for someone to certify it as a true copy?
I do recall, Your Honor, please, that was submitted to the Committee on Justice. Along the way, there was a need to certify that, Your Honor, please. But be that as it may, certification of a printout of an electronic document is not even necessary, Your Honor, please.
The objection of the counsel for respondent is overruled. With the counsel may proceed.
Kaso ito mga DDS, give them an inch, they take a mile. Masyadong piniloso po. Nagprint ng mga perang papel trying to refute what the NBI agent said while actually exposing themselves kasi vinidyo nila yung sarili nila na nagpo-photocopy ng mga banknotes. Basically, they're just proving what kind of people and to be honest, their understanding of legalese work.
Okay, attorney, salamat kay sa imong ka-bright ha. Solba daw ang problema, ipa-xerox ko ni. Mao na lang gid mong kwarta. Pa-xerox din ako, attorney, kay madawat naman kaha. Pe, sama ni color, di colored na to kay para mura sa jug original. Okay. Bantay din ni dawaton ha. Adto ko SM lasyon ugma mangumpra ko.
Attorney, sa imong ka-bright, ako asawa na buwang. Pasiros ng kwarta.
Manawat ang kani. Oh, see? Very good jud kayo. Bantay din ni madawat attorney ha. Lagan na kay ko kwarta attorney ba?
Isa pa, yung pinag-uusapan nila is a freaking email requesting Meta to preserve and get a copy of that video. That mark saying CTC is immaterial dahil you don't even need that for it to be accepted. Kasi nga screenshot lang naman yon ng correspondence ni NBI Senior Agent John Mark Calilung sa Meta requesting that the freaking video is preserved and get a copy of it. And they had the opportunity pa to strike it out nung pre-trial conference but hindi nila ginawa. So why are they refuting this kind of quote-unquote evidence? When in reality, it's just a procedural document na nilagyan ng CTC kasi nga affidavit yon ni John Mark Calilung para sa kanyang full report. Ang problema, it is Supreme Court Chief Justice Alexander Gesmundo na nagsabi na photocopies are admissible as evidence in court. Basta truthful at faithful, accurate ang pagre-reproduce like the original, it is as good as original dahil it is not feasible sa realidad na ang lahat ng ipoproduce mong dokumento ay original. Kaya so long as may mako-corroborate naman ng ibang ebidensya, ayos lang ang photocopy. Si Robin nga, gusto pa sumausaw dahil ni-record lang naman daw on a separate device itong live stream ni Harry Roque. Hindi ma-authenticate yun. Ang sinasabi niya, raw na raw talaga ang kailangan para end all be all. Wala nang usapin tungkol sa photocopy or original debacle.
Yun. Kasi po, parang narinig ko kanina, hindi po naibigay yung original copy nung sinagawang interview kay Vice President Sara Duterte. yung original po na kopya, kung sino po yung nag-record? Wala po kayong affidavit? Meron po ba kayong affidavit na nakuha nyo?
Yes sir, ako po yung ang inire-request po ng DOJ dyan is affidavit po nung nag-screen record, which is my affidavit, Your Honor.
Meron po siyang affidavit?
Ako sir, ako po yung nag-execute sir.
Hindi po yung mismong tao?
Yes po, ang hinihingi po kasi ni DOJ is kung sino yung nag-screen record through OBS sir.
Hindi po yung mismong tao?
Yes, Your Honor.
Kayo lang po yung nag-affidavit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Pero meron po kayong pagkakataon ba na nakausap niyo yung tao at nagbigay siya ng affidavit?
May I clarify, Your Honor, if sinong tao yung tinutukoy?
Yung nag-record po?
Ako po yung nag-record through OBS, sir.
Hindi po. Yung mismong nag-record po kay Inday sa Vice President. Nakausap niyo po ba? Yung raw file po. Kasi napakahalaga po nun. Kasi doon po natin malalaman kung original ba o hindi.
The video itself, sir, is publicly available. That's why I performed the recording, sir.
Opo. Pakisagot na lang po, mahal na saksi, kung nakuha niyo po ba yung original. Yung original, hindi po yung galing sa internet.
The original, no, sir.
Yun lamang po. Maraming salamat po.
Pero ang problema lang, it's a fucking live stream. Hindi pre-recorded yung video. Ergo, kahit si Harry Roque na may-ari nung live stream, walang sariling raw file unless ni-record niya yon. Besides, it's already known as truthful at similar if not almost the exact same ang on-file sa recording using OBS at yung live stream ni Roque. And kung mali yung sinabi ni John Marcalilong na sinabi niya na it is faithful and as good as the original, bakit hindi mo na lang siya kasuhan based on falsifying and of course perjury sa affidavit niya? At saka isa pa, lalo na yung patungkol dun sa post ni Robin Padilla, hindi lang si Harry Roque ang kayang mag-record nun. It is available for almost everyone in that meeting to record the said video or record the said press conference. And besides, bakit natin kine-question yung pag-record ng video na yon? Why? Alam naman natin kung ano yung nangyari. And it is weird that they are harping on this specific thing kung hindi na lang nila umpisahan yung totoo nilang pakay, yung totoo nilang plano. Because they are just wasting the Filipino people's time. Medyo may away pa nga dahil ang gusto ng panig ni VP Sara, panoorin yung buong 2-hour video seconded by Cayetano. Dahil, to be fair, ayaw na lang isipin yung buong trial through the lens of the 2 minutes and 18-second clip. Tapos biglang magbabago dahil yung depensa gustong bigyan ng konteksto. Pero what kind of context do you need for threatening to hiring? Or at the very least, you have said, admittedly, that you have attended to and in fact, you have hired on a conditional basis para i-assassinate si, again, Presidente Bongbong Marcos, First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos, and former House Speaker Martin Romualdez. Kumbaga, anong konteksto ang masasabi mo nun? Because you said the thing. And kahit anong konteksto man yan, unless that context is the fact na sinasabi mong, hindi, joke lang. Hindi, sinabi mo, no joke. So,
patayin mo si BBM, si Liza Araneta, at si Martin Romualdez. No joke. Nagdilin na ako, ma'am. Pag namatay ako, sabi ko, huwag ka tumigil hanggang hindi mo mapatay sila. And then he said yes.
Kahit na sabihin mo na si Attorney Zulaika Lopez was detained, that doesn't give you the leniency you need. Kasi you still admitted to have contracted an assassin para patayin in case of your demise. So kahit na sabihin mo again, si Attorney Zulaika Lopez, maraming political persecution na nangyari, well, tough luck. You still said the thing. And that thing will never change. Ayun ang problema kasi sa mga Duterte. Masyado silang maboka. Masyado silang maraming magsalita. Tapos, nahuhuli sila, of course, sa kanilang bibig. Parang malansang isda. Tinanong pa nga ni Risa to probably elicit a qualifying and reasonable response itong prosecution team. Bakit naging impeachable itong mga sinabi ni VP Sara? Noting the fact na porque sinabi ni VP Sara yun, hindi ibig sabihin na she actually hired o kumontra ng papatay sa tatlo. Ano ang dahilan? Paano mo masasabi na this is in fact impeachable? Again, sinabi niya lang naman yun. And at the very least, I don't think it would be high crime.
Anong basis nyo para sabihin na yung mga statements sa October 18 press conference ay halintulad sa November 23 video na may assassination threat? In other words po, ano pong napansin yung magkakapareho dun sa statements nung October 18 at nung November 23? O what do they have in common?
Both were, ang tinutukoy po, ang pinupunto po is yung president. And makikita po doon na hindi na sila in good terms no October 18 pa lang po.
Counsel, none of these statements are proof that the Vice President actually contracted an assassin or hired one. Why are these acts impeachable?
Yes, there is an answer to the question, Your Honor, please. The prosecution is in the process of establishing that the Vice President should be impeached and she is impeached and be removed from office for contracting an assassin to kill the President, Your Honor, please. Inasmuch as we understand that these statements may not actually 100% prove that she in fact contracted an assassin to kill the President, Your Honor, please. We are invoking, Your Honor, please, a rule in the Rules on Evidence that there could be statements, utterances of a person that may not be directly similar to what he or she did, but it could establish, Your Honor, please, what we call a specific intent, knowledge, identity, plan, system, and the like. Ibig sabihin po, pinapakita ng prosecution na yung mga nasabi ng Vice President sa gabing iyon, November 23, 2024, hindi po yan nag-iisang statement ng Vice President. Kung hindi, yun po yung culmination sa mga series of statements ng Vice President kung saan sinasabi niya talagang gusto niyang patayin yung presidente, yung First Lady, tsaka yung former Speaker of the House. Your Honor, please.
After Judge Pia Cayetano is recognized, ma'am, you may proceed. What's your pleasure?
Thank you, Mr. President. No, I would just like to manifest my support for the statement and observation of the presiding officer. That was like a closing statement, Mr. President. So, I don't think this is fair because, you know, some parts are exciting, some parts are dragging. We're trying our best to be paying attention and what evidence, you know, we have to ferret the evidence before us, what is admissible, what is not. The official objections will come later. But when we allow this to happen, na-shortcut na natin yung process. So, if I may, with all due respect, Mr. President, admonish us. Call us out if yung question natin is also not proper at the proper time. We may all make those mistakes. Even I may make that mistake. And I'm telling you, please call me out if I make a mistake and ask the kind of question that should not properly be asked by a judge at that particular time.
Clarity, Mr. Presiding Officer. My question po had to do with how the evidence is material to the allegations in the articles of impeachment. Kasi nga po, hindi naman napapatunayan na the Vice President actually sought an assassin. I wanted to appreciate the evidence before me in light of the articles of impeachment. If you wish to strike out the response of the prosecutor, then so be it, Mr. Presiding Officer. But for clarity again, my intention was not to provoke a closing statement.
Pero, you know, let's be clear. Kung ano ba talaga yung nangyari? Ano ba talaga yung depensa? Kumbaga, kung ano yung argumento ng team ni VP Sara. Simple lang naman kasi siya. At least so far, na hindi the fact na hindi threat ang sinabi niya kay Marcos, na deepfake o AI yon. Hindi nila dinidispute yon, or at the very least, not yet. Ang sinabi lang nila, selective ang investigation ng NBI dahil katulad nga ng sinabi ni VP Sara, may threat daw talaga sa kanyang buhay. Pero hindi ito inimbestigahan, with which Kalilong actually respond quite well.
Sir, my question is this. Is the NBI, the National Bureau of Investigation, under a bureau under the Department of Justice?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And, sir, the President has control over all executive departments, correct?
I believe so, sir.
The DOJ is one of those executive departments, correct?
Yes, sir.
And the current President is Ferdinand Marcos Jr., correct?
We agree to that. That's judicial notice.
Your Honor, please. Yes
There's
or no?
no other president. We
Oh,
only
he
have one
answered already, Your Honor.
president.
Already asked and answered.
The head of the executive branch is President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., correct?
Yes, sir.
The very same Ferdinand Marcos Jr., who you said was an offended party in the case against Vice President Duterte.
Yes, sir.
So, in other words, the NBI investigated and filed the complaint. The DOJ directed the investigation and will determine whether the case should proceed to court. And the alleged offended party, President Marcos, is the constitutional head of the executive branch,
Objection.
exercising control over both the DOJ and the NBI. I
Your Honor,
withdraw, Your
objection
Honor. I
to that.
withdraw. I withdraw, Your Honor.
The ground is.
I withdraw.
It's, oh, Your Honor. It's even more compound question,
Nothing to
asking
object to.
several
Withdraw,
subject
Your Honor.
matters.
Withdraw.
Counsel, move on.
Ang nakakatawa lang, tinanong nitong, I forgot his name, counsel for Duterte, did you really investigate it? Tapos biglang nag-withdraw. Kasi alam niyang it is out of line. Yung question niya is out of line. Argumentative at best. Tapos, nung sinabi motu proprio, sabi niya, do you really know what you just said? Which is, again, argumentative, belittling the witness, which is, a senior agent ng NBI. So, I'd assume he would know. Pero of course, marami pang nangyari and I will not claim to be objective sa mga sinasabi ko dito sa video. Pero wala naman kayong magagawa. Di kayong gumawa ng video. Pero at least, have the courtesy to actually report what has happened.
The supposed offended parties in this case would be President Bongbong Marcos, the First Lady Lisa Marcos, the former Speaker of the House Martin Romualdez.
Yes, sir.
Did President Marcos appear before the NBI during its investigation?
No, sir.
My question is, if you know, did the President file any criminal complaint against the Vice President?
I have no personal knowledge, sir.
Did you really investigate this case?
Oh, Your Honor,
Withdrawn, Your Honor.
argumentative,
Withdrawn.
Your Honor, please.
Withdrawn.
Did you really investigate this?
Now let's discuss the nature of the investigation you conducted. You claimed in your affidavit, sir, affidavit of investigation, that the NBI began its investigation into the VP's remarks because it was directed by the DOJ to do so.
Motu proprio and directed, sir.
Okay. Do you understand what you just said, sir?
Oh,
yes, sir.
Oh. Can I
I'm
object to
asking,
that, Your
sir.
Honor, please?
I'm asking, sir, it
argumentative.
makes sense, Your Honor.
Argumentative, counsel. Move on.
Mutu proprio, sir, means...
Oh, no, objection. You cannot lecture, counsel. This is
Sir, what does
cross-examination.
you mentioned mutu proprio. What does it mean?
Even without a complainant, we started the investigation, sir.
Are you sure, sir?
Oh, argumentative. Are you sure, sir?
Move on,
Are
counsel.
you sure,
move on.
sir?
How...
At yan ang pagtatapos ng News and Worthy Recap Weekly Edition for roughly the second week of July 2026. Mag-suggest more topics and or corrections to the balitas if you feel I misrepresented them in any way. Salamat sa panonood mga kapayang. For me, like, subscribe, follow my links sa socials to Robert Joseph that would be linked down below. Susunod muli of course. Paalam.